And good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the fourth Hippo Cup. Hippo Cup the fourth. It's the fourth iteration of the tournament, and it's the semifinals, and it's 14 UTC, and it's RAMSING, and I'm this one guy, and these guys are Chili Repair and Woey, and we're gonna have some matches today.
Howdy.
Hey man, what's up, man?
Dude, we're booling. How's it going, gents? What's poppin'?
It's 10 a.m. We're ready to go. It's all fun here.
It is, yeah, East Coast gamers getting up early on their Saturday morning for some Osu out here. This should be, I think, I have no idea what to expect of this match, but I hope that it's a good one. That's basically the only take I can have on this.
Yeah, you got two teams that are, I guess, on completely different sides here in terms of what you normally see in tournaments. RAMSING, you got a couple players that you recognize maybe from some of the traditional tournament community, people that are kind of repeat show-ups to some tournaments. You got Zombier, you got Temka Na, you got Markrum, Gamer 22866, and
My favorite username right there.
My favorite gamer.
The favorite gamer, and then you got 14 UTC, the #1 seed in the tournament and undefeated through their qualifiers and has looked pretty good throughout the entire tournament. However, they've been abusing that skill cap that they have against a lot of teams, which they are most likely not going to be able to do this week because everyone is kind of skill capped by this point.
Yeah, it's weird because like RAMSING is just not a team that I expected to still be alive. I think their win over Osu TrueSkill last week was, in my eyes, a pretty big upset. I really thought that Osu TrueSkill was pretty heavily favored in that matchup, but RAMSING just kind of popped off. That was they played really well, and I don't know. I mean, how much harder is this pool than the last one? Like, will they have more trouble with it, or are they going to continue being able to perform? I guess that's the question that we're going to be seeing answered today.
I don't know. I'm trying to find a way to describe this pool without just saying like "ouch," because
yeah,
this pool is not easy for literally any skill set within any mod. Like, you know, you have the hidden 2, which even like the hidden reading players are having trouble with, or the speed maps, which even caps out some of the better speed players in this tournament. You have maps like Night Raid with a dragon that you have to mod. And I just don't think anyone's gonna have an amazing time. Even like Hard Rock 1 sitting at 7.25 stars, that's what, you know, you'd probably expect from a grand finals in most open rank tournaments. And, you know, I guess Hippo Cup is it's not open rank, but it's pretty close. You're basically just missing like that top 300 there, top 299, but other than that, this is a hard pool by any standard.
I think a lot of people were joking that these pools by the end would become OMCT pools or map clearing pools.
yeah.
And I think this is the first week where that really is becoming not a joke.
Yeah.
Maps like Night Raid, Nomad 6, Hidden 1 are genuine passing challenges for a good portion of these players, I would imagine.
And I mean, this is what you come to expect from Hippo Cup. I mean, there's a reason that the grand finals from last year was, until its removal, the highest elo pool on Osu matchmaking. Like, this is what people come to Hippo Cup expecting. But yeah, at a certain point, they really become just like, who can play this to like a 50% degree of competency. You're not going to be expecting FCs, you're not going to be expecting insane scores, but like, at least some decent scores. Also, are we really getting this map? Oh my god.
Oh.
Grand D Senpai is somewhere. Where is he?
We need the men. I mean, well, let me see if I can go back to the pools from last year and just take a look at what we were looking like in the semifinals last year. So we have scaled quite a bit Last year's Nomad 1 was 7.07 stars. We have gone up to 7.7 stars.
Wait, at grands?
No, it's at semis. At semis.
Oh.
Yeah, we're at the star rating between finals and grand finals right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then we had, I guess, well, we'll check out. So HD2 last year was Toby Fox's Rude Buster.
That was AR 9. Wait, that was AR 9.7. Was that not the right one? It was. I think it was. Yeah, it was hidden 3.
Last year it was 6. That's definitely easier than AR 3.
Yeah, there were a couple of fails. I think there were 4 fails in the previous match. That's I think still ongoing. On hidden 2 this week.
Yeah, Tech Map definitely got harder this week. Pirates Banquet compared to Ultra Function Part 2 is definitely a step up in difficulty there. We made a pretty significant jump here. Tenohira de Odoru Hard Rock 1 to Children Record Adolescence diff set. The hardest... That
might be the most comparable transition of all that we've done so far.
I mean, Hard Rock 1, I think, it is one of the few picks that Habib kind of keeps the standard where it's like big Hard Rock aim. So.
The Hard Rock pool remained pretty similar. Good songs and well balanced, I think. Tenohira, Tank, and Jinsei Wayume Darake last year. This year we got Children Record Jet and Feli's final remix. So that's pretty close, just harder. Free mods are a big difference, actually. You went from Lika, Anoko, Dokonoko, and Goodbye Mr. Jack to Zeus, Night Raid with a Dragon, and Do It, which is significant jumping. All right, so we have put it for tiebreaker as well. One way to Hanover this year. So you've made possibly a full star level increase in difficulty this year.
Yeah, it's and it's only increased the rank range by 100 too. I mean, it's not like it's suddenly open rank, as you were saying. You know, it went up from 400 to 300 at the top end of the rank range, but that really doesn't affect all that much. It's still a lot of the same people playing. And I mean, I'm a little scared for what this grand finals pool in a couple weeks is gonna look like if we're already.
Last year was 8.2.
Yeah. Well, if you look at the scaling last year, is weird. Like finals were like 7.3, and then grand finals were 8.2. So there's this huge jump up to grand finals, and I don't know if he plans to do something like that again, because we'd literally be playing 9-star maps in grand finals if that were the case. And I don't think that would really be competitive even.
I think what I'm noticing is that like every single round of the tournament last year had a normal level of scaling up until grand finals that made a massive jump from 7.4 to 8.2. I wonder if Habib is just doing that in a different order this year, because everything up to quarterfinals map pools has been pretty normal scaling. I mean, we went from 5.7 to 6.3 to 7.
I would say the round of 32 to round of 16 jump was pretty huge. That was like a 0.7 star rating jump up. So,
but I guess that makes sense because a lot of like the group stage teams, quote unquote, were eliminated after that down to losers bracket. Maybe scale up for the others. But then you went 7.0 to 7.5, and now to 7.7. So there's actually not a massive jump in terms of like Nomad 1 star rating, but everything else has gone up like a full star. I don't know, actually. This year's pools actually hasn't scaled much from last week. I think the maps are just harder in terms of star rating.
Right, like relatively speaking harder, I guess. Yeah, because it only went up like 0.2 stars. Not even 0.2 stars. 0.16 stars for Nomad 1. 0.16 for Nomad 1 and Hard Rock 1. Like exactly. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
It actually, the hidden one went up 0.36. So yeah, I mean, it's like you said, it's more difficult maps relative to their star rating, even if they aren't super more difficult in their actual star rating calculation.
I think like the biggest difference in difficulty this week is probably the hidden pool. Honestly, this hidden pool compared to last week is definitely a massive step up in terms of star rating alone. I mean, you went up a full star on hidden 3. Hidden 1 only went up 0.36. Hidden 2 did not change that much, but the difficulty of it certainly did. You went from Love Lab Poison, which is a map that quite a few people are able to go through, also 228 BPM, to 34 seconds of AR3.
Yep. Also, I like the length of the pool this week a little bit more, other than the super long Hard Rock 2 again. I don't know if that's just Habib's brain is like long Hard Rock 2 is required. but a little bit shorter. They're like fewer 3-minute plus maps. I mean, if you look at like the Nomad pool, you have 3 minutes. There are 3 maps straight that are 2 minutes or under. 2 of the hiddens are 2 minutes or under. Like all the DTs are relatively well, that's not even true. 3 of the DTs are pretty short, and 2 of them are middle length. So it's like a little less of that raw brute force like consistency with weird patterns thrown in, like we saw in what was it, Hidden 3 last week on Andromeda, and a little more just like, hey, raw skill cap, have fun.
Yeah.
And we already have a ban coming out, and it is a 14 UTC banning, none modification the first. Poggers.
Yes.
Get the Nomad one out.
Remove this song.
This Nomad one song makes me want to cry. I don't know what Habib was doing.
I agree. If it was a good song, I don't think anyone would have cared.
I really don't. Like, okay, last year's semifinals, Nomad 1 was like that Vieira song, and then this year it's this freaking counting in Chinese song.
Yeah.
Actually, I think last year the best one was the finals Nomad 1, which was that map of Kairiko. That map is
that was so good.
That song is so good.
I remember that was the Fall Villager one.
Yeah. That was the Sriracha. No, not Sriracha. Soba Noodles. Excuse me. That was the Soba Noodles map. He popped off.
I'm sure everyone's gonna take no fail on the Nomad one because of how there's like 5 objects stacked on each other at the ending. But when I was practicing it, I actually haven't failed it yet. So I'm not sure if you actually can or if it's just like a ruse.
I would say if it's only
2B genetics.
If it's only 5 objects, I mean it's only HP 3, so you just have to hit like one of them and you'll be fine. It's not like a super high HP or anything. Hidden 2 getting banned by RAMSING. Okay. So we've now had yeah, that's no surprise. Second longest map in the pool and the shortest map in the pool both banned out. Wait, Hard Rock 1. Okay, 14 UTC says we are scared of aim, I guess.
That's a weird ban from them, actually. I would not expect a Hard Rock ban from 14
I think
UTC.
RAMSING looked pretty good on aim last week, so they're just saying, yeah, goodbye. Like, marker him on free mod 2 moments, like, they don't want to have to worry about that.
Huh.
So I can understand it, and that means that they get to play more into the more gimmicky skill sets. Like you used to see, and you still do sometimes, like top teams banning out the like mechanics consistency maps because that's the lowest like degree of skill difference between a top team and maybe a slightly worse on paper team.
Yeah, you know what the funny thing is? Even for, you know, the free mod 2 ban comes out last, which I'm actually very disappointed about, but the weird thing about 14 UTC, even though they're a top-seeded team, I feel like they are less of a top team that can abuse gimmick skill sets because they have so few gimmick players. They have Malteser, they have Kevin, they have Sigi, they have David, they have players like Miles, and
they're like Gunga
Iger.
mechanics.
They're a mechanics team. This is not a gimmick-oriented #1 seeded team, although they can play gimmick.
Who on this? I would say who on this team does?
Shin and Noriko.
I would say Noriko, Noriko, Iger,
CLP,
and then like
Miles, Phil, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, they have people who can do it, but it's I would not argue that it's their strength per se.
Yeah,
if they inexplicably can't play a map in the pool, then they start to run into problems.
Yes, definitely. I mean, this is a speed-oriented team. They're a fast, like, aim team.
Which is why they're starting off with Nomad 5.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah. They're a speedy team. They're the big aim speed team. They have a couple stamina players with players like David and Iger. Sigi can hold himself up well, but a lot of Hard Rock on this team as well. There is a good Hard Rock lineup on this team.
I think... I don't know. I'm very interested to see just like how these teams perform in general in this pool, like on any given skill set because everything has gotten so hard.
Yeah, this will be interesting to see the scaling.
I mean, like, okay, I mean, just saying on paper, Malteser, Denier, Nezer, Sigi, and David versus Stimix, Adonis, 18, Azaz, Numbers, and Temkana, like, seems like a little bit of a mismatch, you know what I mean? But after we saw from RAMSING last week, it's going to be, I think, a little closer than you might expect. 14 UT... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I would say 14 UT still has not dropped a map in this tournament, so...
Wow.
Yeah.
Impressive. Yeah, no, I feel like 14 UTC in this matchup, I mean, you take all those things into account, and then you have to go like, oh, the pool is really hard, and oh, score V1, which is I feel like that's the big factor, especially with scaling on later pools like this. I think it's easier to make pools way harder because it's score v1. And, you know, you want less of those base mechanics like, oh, one player is going to carry this map because they can FC it type pool. And you just want everyone to suffer.
Yeah, and 14 UTC have really put together, I think, a very, very strong score v1 roster. In addition to just being really, like, mechanically skilled, you have guys like Iger and CLP and Sigi who are just ludicrously good at comboing maps. And it's Sigi, by the way, currently the only player
in this lineup really speaks to the depth of this lineup.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised to see Iger not playing this pick, unless they're missing 2 people today, I guess, and he's not here or something, which I suppose. Yeah. I know I was seeing, who was I talking to? I think Dellis was saying they had some plans or other on Saturday night, but I don't know if that means like right now. So he may or may not actually be here. I'm not positive.
Maybe they were going out with Will Stetson last night.
Iger bar crawl.
Iger bar crawl.
Iger bar crawl.
Sigi combo moment.
Don't they? I mean, don't all the Japanese players like to drink? Isn't that kind of a thing?
Yeah. Can someone just like take a pen away from Sigi?
Sigi's not okay. He's actually just gonna 1v4, I think.
All right, Sigi is like, unironically, people don't talk about him enough. Sigi is literally the best like alt player in terms of scaling I have ever seen. Like, Sigi can play alt maps from group stage to grand finals and FC every single one.
Yep, that's a Sigi FCs. Yalke.
Yeah.
Yalke, man.
FCs.
Yeah, he 1v4'd, by the way.
Yep.
This is a score version 1 moment, but nonetheless, goddamn.
Even if this was
that's how you start a match.
I think he would have 1v4.
That's how you start a match right there.
I mean, Temka Na was basically locked to somewhere around 500k on that, and then all of his teammates were maybe 200 to 250k. So Sigi very well could have 1v3'd that even on score v2.
Just as we were talking about how these aren't maps where one person just carries with an FC.
I'm sorry, we forgot about Sigi.
We forgot about Sigi. Yeah, that's top 30 on the map, by the way. Yeah, 7.24 star Nomad 5 first map of the match, and he just casually FCs for top 30 on the map. That's fine, dude. That's fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine. Don't panic is what RAMSING is saying right now.
Also, wow, there's some good scores on this map coming out from people that are playing in this tournament, it looks like.
Taquito.
Well, I'm looking at Taquito. Well, Taquito's did he do it again? Because he has a submitted score from back in. Yeah, that's from 2019. That's from 2019. I'm talking about like this week.
Imagine if he did that today. If he could do that back in 2019 with Hidden.
Like Topoi just set a score on this. Ches Bananas has a recent score on this. Sigi has a recent score on this. You'll love to see it.
Ches Bananas.
The Pro 365 days a year.
Mario
Match with Alerta de Afe defended, by the way.
Alerta de Afe versus Gugu, my favorite matchup.
Yeah, Alerta de Afe with the 7-2. That was, I think, just going to happen. Alerta de Afe scale really well. Or actually, Kriller scales really well, and everything else just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He makes everyone else irrelevant. I shouldn't say. He probably had... No, he actually top scored every... Wait, he actually just top scored like every map.
Top scored everything.
I wasn't even sure, but he literally... The first 4 maps I'm looking at, he top scored all of them.
There's a couple maps that were close, but definitely a good top score and everything.
6, 7, 8... Well, he top scored every single map. What are his... Somebody do his match costs, please.
Seriously.
2.48, by the way. 2.48 on Dian's bot, by the way.
Yeah. Kriller moment. I mean, there's a couple maps in here that are pretty close on whatever Nomad this is probably right here. Is Nomad 1. Slimex came within 100k of him. On this map, actually, on Nomad 5, Rasoa came within 550k. Nobody came close on Outer Science. 15 million on him. 39 million on Jet.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, ban Hard Rock against Kriller.
I mean, their match against GG Dogs, I'm looking at it now, and it didn't just take Kriller to knock them out. There was also backup work from Strafe and Toft Befell. I hope I'm not pronouncing that too poorly.
I think that's pretty close.
Okay. But... yeah, I guess with this pool, it truly is the Kriller show.
Jeez, man, that's pretty nuts.
That's kind of insane.
Yeah. So that means, let's see, they go on to face the winner of Gurney Squad versus No Spamming. I think that match is going to end up actually getting played on Monday.
No Spamming could be interesting if they end up pulling the win on that one. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with No Spamming. I've heard that they had a rough first round. They thought that they were going to have a really good winners bracket run, and unfortunately got knocked down pretty early and lost a little bit of motivation earlier in the tournament. But if they have regained that motivation, No Spamming is a scary team. I mean, you're sticking Flask and Ebisuzawa Kurumi and Tusk and Abraham are on the same team.
Yeah, that team scales super well.
Backups from Emiru, Ikono, and Pain, and Astrus, and Synchro.
Right, so into an early DT pick. So RAMSING picking DT into 14 UTC, who we discussed being a really good speed team, picking a fast map for themselves for their first pick. This one a little more aim heavy, I suppose, but still pretty high BPM. Yeah. And a couple bad early breaks from RAMSING too. That's not how you want to start, guys. Apparently, I was reading in the in-game chat, they were saying they only have 4 people for this match, and this was a reschedule too, so I'm not really sure what happened there this weekend for them. But if that's really the case, that's really unfortunate, because that takes away from a lot of the chances of this being a competitive one.
Well, we can hope for the best here.
And they're already down by 4 million and change, so...
Yeah.
It's CLP, by the way, is gaming.
He's ready.
So I think the thing about, you know, score v1, tournament, late round, find one person on your team who can play the map, and then everyone else just do the best they can, is apparently, at least on the first 2 picks here, going to be the strat for 14 UTC.
Yeah, this is interesting. Well, they actually don't have Malteser in for this, and they have Sigi and...
Yeah, Malteser's not really an aim speed player as much, so I guess I can understand it.
But I guess I think the one reason I can't really understand it is that they have Sheena in instead of Malteser.
No, Sheena's dumb good at fast maps. What? Sheena's so good at speed.
Sheena.
Yeah, Sheena's gotten really fucking good at DT. I know he's bottom scoring right now, but so it's like not strictly speaking true. But Sheena's been for, I don't know, maybe a year and a half, really good at speed.
I approve of Sheena Noriko DT. I just didn't expect it.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Oh, CLP slider broke. No, he didn't have enough C, but that was still a really nice combo.
Are there slider tips on those big sliders?
I think there might be one, yeah. It looked like. Because otherwise he wouldn't have been able to slider break there.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah, it's really rough. That's still I mean, that's not even close. Wait, next team to pick is not RAMSING. Next team to pick is 14 UTC. Nope,
next team to pick is 14.
Yeah, because they had first pick.
Because 14 picked no mod 5.
That is another 1v4, by the way. I wonder if we're gonna see more of these before.
Wait, RAMSING picked no mod 5? Am I retarded?
What? Did RAMSING actually pick no mod 5? I thought.
All right, did I misread chat? I must have just completely misread chat when that was going on. Then okay, that's fine. All right, so that was 14.
Picked no mod 5. What?
All right, so between literally all of us, we didn't notice that we had the pick order backward.
Wow.
Very good.
Everything's fine. All right. Well, another 1v4. CLP taking the front runner this time, not with the FC, but very close. We then go into No Mod 2. This is a map that I was looking forward to seeing, actually.
It's a banger, by the way.
Yeah. I think, what did Ches Bananas say? This map would be amazing if it wasn't 200 shit BPM. Unlucky.
Sometimes it really do be like that.
I'm very glad that C-Mob maps are becoming mainstream.
Oh, true.
It very much feels like he is a next iteration of Arl's mapping.
Yeah, actually true.
Wait, he has 40 graveyarded beat maps, and I've never heard of him. Huh. I must not get out. I don't get out much, apparently.
he doesn't have a lot of maps that most people play.
Is it just me, or is this song really giga loud?
Oh, the song is pretty loud. It's like bass boosted a little bit, I feel like.
Yolkspie, noted reading player, quote, "I can't believe Hidden 2 is working. Are you kidding me?" Yes, Hidden 2 is working.
What does working mean?
Permaban
working?
I think he means like it's very hard. And people are, well, he means that people are doing badly on it, I think.
Huh.
That would be my guess.
They simply just have not seen 14 UTC's CLP on that map. I wonder if they're... Oh, we're not going to see it today, unfortunately, but... I wonder if we'll be able to see it this weekend. I wonder if that map is, besides this first match here, is going to be banned out pretty heavily.
Well, we'll find out. Looks like we're gonna see Sigi, Malteser, Kevin, CLP, Stimix, Adonis, Azaz, Temka are the only 4, so I don't even need to say who's in their roster. So RAMSING is actually picking speed. Well, either way, they're picking fast maps into 14 UTC, regardless of which pick order it is from these first 3 maps. Does this even feel like a Nomad 2? This feels like a slower Nomad 5.
It's an aim map.
I mean, I don't know about that. It's like a finger control map.
Stamina requirement than Bon Appetit.
Yeah. This has lower stamina requirement than Ring of Fire.
Yeah, this is like I don't know, it's not a traditional Nomad 2. And I guess, I mean, maybe we get too kind of pigeonholed into map slots in map pools nowadays because everything's become so standardized. But this does not, quote-unquote, feel like a Nomad 2 in the traditional sense.
This is a Malteser map, that's what it is.
Or not.
Never mind.
He can't aim. This is apparently an Adonis and a Sigi map because everybody else is just dying.
What map in this
there goes
pool
Adonis.
is not going to be a Sigi map?
Well, we've yet to find out.
Place your bets now. What map in this pool will Sigi struggle on? Because it's not this map.
He's got 99.5 AC and he's still up seeing. He's gonna 1v5 again. He's gonna 1v4 again, isn't he?
This map is so easy to get good AC on because the bursts are so short and it's just like standard. But the problem where you lose a lot of AC is where you miss aim and just miss an entire stream. And then you start to drop the AC.
Yeah. If you like fall off one of the... Oh, goodbye, Sigi.
No,
if you like
Sigi
fall
with
off one of the space streams, you just lose. You just can like 12 miss in a row. God, that spacing is actually brutal.
Yeah, Denier
it's brutal. It's brutal toward everyone. So.
Oh, when did Denier slider break? I didn't actually see that.
I don't know, but... Oh, goodbye,
Sigi.
Sigi.
There's
the chain miss.
You miss one note and it's just gone for that.
Yeah,
stream.
you missed that entire pattern. Well, this looks, again, not particularly close unless RAMSING can really get their stuff together in the last half.
398s across 14 UTC and Malteser in the 97s. That's very indicative of who's more comfortable on this.
Yeah, RAMSING has the highest stack at 96, and they have a player at 93 and 89.
Adonis and Temka trying to hold the combo, but it's just gone on the square section there, understandably.
Adonis is doing okay for himself. He's got a 440 combo, but Sigi's got a 375 combo to keep him in check.
Plus
and
Denier
CLP has a 600 combo. Yeah, it's like... Oh, there goes Adonis. All right, well...
He'll top score his team with a pretty decent score, but it's really offset by both of those players on 14 UTC.
Yeah, this is the Sigi CLP show again.
I think this whole match is going to be the Sigi CLP show.
I feel like this match is just going to be the 14 UTC show in general. Like, somebody from their team just gets to pop off on basically everything.
I mean, you can basically pick one map from every single mod pool in here that one of their players can just pop off on. Like, you got Sigi and CLP for all these stream-style maps right here, and some of the aim stamina maps. Malteser will basically just tear up any map that has to do with, like, consistent fast streams. You got Kev over there for the hard rocks that are remaining. I mean...
And that's 2v4, I believe, for Sigi and CLP. Not too shabby.
That's pretty cool.
If Malteser had gotten like 200k more score, they would have had all 4 of their players do better than 3 of the 4 players from RAMSING.
Yeah, Malteser and Kevin could just have not played and they would have won.
Yep. Yeah, this
Unlucky.
is actually tragic. I don't know. This is, I guess, just gonna be kind of a one-sided affair, it looks like, because of the lack of players for RAMSING, so they're gonna have a really rough go of things, regardless of relative skill levels of their teams overall. It's a bit sad.
Are we going to if this match does continue the way that it does, are we gonna switch over to the other match going on right now? Well, of course.
Yeah, yeah, it depends on how long they each take, but because this one looks like it's gonna be pretty quick in all likelihood.
It's fine. I am prepared for the Temka Na pop off now.
I don't know if I'm mentally prepared for the 6-hour stream block, but we'll find out.
6-hour stream block. Best of 15 bracket reset. Anyone?
Oh
yeah. You know, the last year, the first best of 15 ever went to tiebreaker, and it was like 2.5 hours long, and I wanted to cry. It was the longest match I've ever casted. Ugh. A piece of cake versus Pocket Galaxy, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
It was because CBT didn't go to tiebreakers.
CBT was actually, I think technically speaking, less dominant so far than 14 UTC has been if they continue to not drop a single map this match.
14 UTC has had a very different bracket from a lot of other teams in this tournament, though, which is what I think a lot of people keep noticing. I think I've heard a couple people note it, but if you look at the challenge and just kind of match up like the top half of the bracket where 14 UTC is compared to the bottom half of the bracket, like you've had some like bottom half of the bracket had Gurney Squad versus Bad Kittens, :3 versus 8 Angry Men, 8 Cute Boys versus Gugu unfortunately ended in a forfeit, which was unlucky. Even like the first round as well. No Spamming versus I Love Tateyama, like that's an insane first round matchup. And then the most exciting matchup you've had in upper bracket has been like Osu True Skill versus No PP. And then everything else has been the 14 UTC show.
Yeah. I think the winners finals match, regardless, like, assuming 14 UTC wins this match, because it looks like it's pretty likely. Yeah. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that we have two people from the team in the casting booth, but 8 Angry Men probably beat 8 Cute Boys.
We shall see.
And I think the winners final between 14 UTC and presumably 8 Angry Men would be their first like actual close matchup. And then I would be interested if it ends up happening, which it may or may not, I guess, depending on how things play out. 14 UTC versus either I don't know about No Spamming, but 14 UTC versus Alert to Deafe, the way that Kriller has been playing, dude. Like he's somebody he's somebody that can actually carry at the level of some of the people on 14 UTC, much to the way that like Taquito did for 8 Angry Men. So there's a couple people that like those are the only guys that can match up to this team, and then those are matches that I'd love to see.
Alert to Deafe is in my mind going to absolutely tear up the losers bracket. It is going to be very interesting to see what team could maybe beat them in the losers bracket, unless, you know, obviously you see some team like RAMSING or 8 Angry Men or 8 Cute Boys that goes down to the losers bracket this week, or even in the week after, which with whatever of the winners finals teams goes down to the losers bracket, if Alert to Deafe can somehow take out one of, you know, 14 8 Angry Men or 8 Cute Boys.
I think the most likely outcome is Alert to Deafe versus No Spamming as the losers bracket match. And I think Alert to Deafe wins that, but it's probably pretty close. And then who's the other half of the losers bracket? It's
True Skill, Greg,
True
Wolf
Skill,
Oversleeps.
I have literally no idea, by the way. Okay, of those 4 teams, I have no clue.
I feel like Greg beats Osu True Skill on skill cap, but Osu True Skill's got more consistency, so I don't know. And we'll see Wolf Oversleeps versus :3 after this, I guess. But
yeah, maybe at least a little bit of that match.
Gurney Squad No Spamming should be interesting as well, actually.
To this day, I still don't know who's on Gurney Squad offhand. I have to look them up every single time.
Yeah.
Every single time I have to look them up. I don't even. Oh, that's the. No, they're outskilled. They are super hard skill capped. I don't think they have a chance. Like, no offense, but just looking at the way they played last week, it really looked like they couldn't play that pool at all, and this pool is even harder. I don't see a world in which they aren't just giga skill capped.
I think something that worries me about... So here's actually a very interesting comparison that I don't know if anybody noticed if they didn't play or watch Hippo Cup last year. So Hippo Cup last year, and I'm going off of 8 Cube Boys right now, had Will Stetsons, which was the 3rd seeded team. Comparing Will Stetsons to 8 Cube Boys this year, for players that are the same, you have Eddie again, you have Mario again, you have Shinaru again, you have I guess that's only it, but then you have like the direct translations with like Yummy in My Tummy, who is like a big all-rounder for them, which I feel like Topoi kind of takes the spot of this year. And then you had Ches Bananas, who is I don't know who Ches translates with on those team. Yep, maybe
Ches is just a gamer. I don't know.
Ches is a gamer. And then they had Will Stetson. They had Will Stetson as well, obviously, and then Yuki-chan. So they made a couple roster changes here. Unfortunately, I feel like Will Stetson's compared to AQ Boys loses a little bit of skill cap this year than they had last year, which should make for an interesting match, because if you look at Will Stetson's in their final 2 matches of the tournament, which was in the semifinals and the finals, so this week and next week, they lost 6-7 in the semifinals last year to what was at the time Sayonara Detka, which was
that would be GG Dogs, who are gone.
GG Dogs, who are not in the tournament anymore. That was the number 1 seed.
Can't run into the Russian semifinals wall if you don't get to the semifinals.
And then the finals, they lost 1-8 to what was Death Sentence,
which doesn't have a
the Singaporean team.
Yeah, that's like that. I mean, it's like some. I think there's a couple people in Wolf Over Sleeps in common on that team, but for the most part, it's really a mashup kind of team.
Yeah. So interesting difference in that this week. So essentially, we could maybe predict how the match in the other half of the winners bracket is going to go based on the fact that Will Stetsons loses maybe a little bit of skill cap there, and how does Sayonara Detka last year match up to 8 Angry Men this year?
I think they're kind of different teams, but I think
I
think it's still like 8 Angry Men with the higher skill cap, strictly speaking, in a couple areas. AQ Boys has some really good players, but I don't think they quite match up on skill cap. I think if this match was like a round or 2 earlier, it would be really, really hard to predict. But I think getting into the semifinals with how hard this pool has gotten, I think 8 Angry Men are favored just on skill cap. It's tight though, and
it's a tiebreaker potential match.
We're gonna go into Nomad 6 because banger pools.
So just pick the bangers.
I mean, you know, that's the optimal strats. 2 minutes 4 seconds long. I like short maps.
I like 2 minutes and like 45 seconds is like my optimal tournament pick length. I feel like.
Never played TV size tournament.
No, I have. That tournament was interesting.
With a capital int.
I think there is I think there's another one soon.
I know they were talking about it. Somebody that was one of the hosts had DM me, and I'm like, nope, I already quit last year. What on this year?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bunch of breaks.
David and Maltese are holding. Oh,
nope, not anymore. Nobody's holding.
As I say it.
There are no combos on the map.
Accuracy on Sigi and Kevin holding up pretty well here. David having a little bit of trouble in this Ki section here. Maltese are held pretty strong though.
I just realized I forgot to turn the game audio back up from having it turned down for Nomad 2 that was so loud.
Yes.
Sorry guys. Anybody watching that wanted to be able to hear the music.
This lead is not massive, and the combos are pretty even.
Yeah, it's Temka. Temka not can carry this.
Yeah, Malteser was the big combo matching Temka, and that could be...
Actually, there's like a pretty vast combo lead for Ramsing. They're going to take the lead here if they don't all break in this section, which they're not doing.
Stimix broke, though.
No, Temka still has combo, and there's...
He needs Sigi or Danier.
I say his combo is matched by the combined efforts of David and Kevin, but...
The combo's going to be worth more in Score V1, so Temka's actually going to gain a little bit.
Oh,
His
wait.
teammates aren't holding him very well, though.
Oh,
There goes
David broke. Wait a minute. This is possibly a point here for RAMSING if
Temka
Temka not
has to
holds
hold.
on.
He needs the sliders. He hit the sliders. He's gonna hit
Oh my
the
god, he hit that
stupid
too.
dancing.
What is Temka not doing?
Uh,
Okay, he finally
Oh my
breaks,
God,
but it
he
doesn't
has to
matter
do
now,
it.
I don't think.
He's
did
done
enough,
it.
though.
It's 800K.
I
That's it.
think he did
Temka.
enough, unless wait, if CGFCs doesn't come back? Nope, it doesn't.
Oh, they fail on
Azaz
throws
failed,
it,
but it
it's
doesn't
gonna
matter.
It's still enough. Look at that.
It's not. Wait, that's.
Temka.
Wait, why did
It's not
the-
enough. No. Azaz.
Yeah,
was
no,
like
the
2.3
ref just
million.
like got either the ref got the score wrong or something weird happened.
No, it should be. It should be 4
It should be
to
4-1.
1.
Yeah, it's 4-1.
Azaz was 2.3 million. And
Yeah,
it was 15.4
yeah.
to 17.1. So
Yeah, 14 UTC dropped their first point of the tournament on the back of a
Azaz.
700 combo from Temkana.
Temka just beasted. Oh man, that slider
much-
section.
As much as we were gushing over Kriller, Temka just beat Kriller's 2-miss score on this map.
That was a combo and a half. All right,
Yeah,
Temka
that's that. And like literally nobody else on his team had over 300 combo. Like okay, the next best combo was worse than the worst combo on 14 UTC, but he had 700 combo and they won because score v1.
Score v1. That was very impressive, and that's the first point gone for 14 UTC in this tournament through group stages all the way to now. And RAMSING is the one to do it. The team that everyone thought upset Osu TrueScale is now taking points on the what has been thus far the undisputed, number one seed team, indisputed number one seed in the tournament, undisputed.
Well, anyway,
They have been undisputed now. They were indisputed, and now they are undisputed.
undisputed.
My head hurts.
Yeah, this is too big brain for me. Oh, we go to another banger in the pool. We follow it up.
Apparently, undisputed is like the preferred term.
Oh,
All right, well there we go. You learn something new every day.
fantastic!
And now we're gonna get a long map.
Dictionary.
Thoughts on long maps?
Hidden 3 moment. I don't even mind because it's like a Eurobeat type map, and who doesn't like this?
Hippo Cup and Eurobeat hidden. Name a more iconic
Yes.
duo.
Name a more iconic duo.
I feel like this is just like a requisite pick at some point in every Hippo Cup. There has to be like some giga-long Eurobeat hidden alt map.
It has to happen, and it's gonna give us our Shina Noriko appearance again.
Also, fun fact, this map does not have a diff name. DJ Command Mix is in the song name, but there's actually not a diff name at all. If you go to the website, it says normal, and I think that's just like an automatic thing.
Yeah, that's
'Cause if
the
you
same
load this
thing
in-game,
happens
there's no diff.
for, Ronald McDonald UNON, which doesn't have a diff name, and it's just called normal.
Huh. Well, I guess we'll refer to this as redacted diff then.
Diff name expunged.
Expunged. That was like the mapper was that one SpongeBob scene when he was mapping this. He gets to the diff name section. He's just like, I don't need it. I don't need it.
This is a Musty map, by the way.
Ah, yes.
Goated mapper
mapping.
Musty.
French mapping.
Hey, Bibi. Les mapping.
I'm gonna.
C'est pas fini, putain. That's the entire description.
Is it actually?
Yeah. Thank you, Musty, for saying it's not fucking finished and having not updated it since December of 2019.
You know what? He's just taking his time. He's got to perfect his craft.
Yep. He can only return to this map when he has truly optimized his mapping style.
Musty gets NAT one day and returns to this map.
I mean, for what it's worth, I didn't know who the mapper was during the map pool showcase, and I thought it looked like a Setia map. So I think that's a pretty high praise, because Setia makes some pretty good alt maps.
Setia's got some good ranked maps, so that's pretty solid.
Whoa, Noriko, what map are you playing, dude? That's not this map at all.
Is that even in the? Is that
I
even?
don't know what map that even was.
It is. It's DT5. It's DT5.
Oh, was it DT5? Okay.
It is. Yeah.
Oh my god. All right, I
Thank
love the
you.
Osu tournament client. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I
Oh my
swear
god.
to God.
Hey, where would we be without the iconic thank you?
Where would we be today?
All right.
I'm waiting for Sheena Noriko to FC this with Sigi.
Yeah, Sigi's gonna do a thing.
Alt map Sigi.
Yep.
Sigi alt map moment.
Sigi when alternating map.
Funny thing that disappoints me about this is that Miles is not here today, and this is a Miles
Yeah,
map
this would be
and
the
a half.
Sigi already broke. No, this would be the one map in the pool that Miles would be in for.
Miles would FC this.
It's funny to me that they're actually still scheduling like kind of around him, like not playing earlier than 14
God,
UTC.
everybody
Oh
just
my
died.
god.
What?
Yep, this is what happens. Throwback to what was the map last year that literally everybody just chain missed the entire thing that was also a Euro beat?
Oh, you're gonna make me lose my mind now.
I'm just gonna go look it up. It's gonna be easier that way if I just go look it up.
Was it in semifinals?
Might have been a. Wait, was it even last year? I guess it could have been 2 years ago.
No, I thought
It was prayer. It was prayer.
Oh,
Ducky Chicks, prayer.
That map is screwed.
That map
is
was literally
big.
the chain miss map.
Yeah.
You just don't combo that. You literally just miss 50 times in a row, and you like it.
Yeah.
That map's for the fucking masochists.
Best map ever made. There goes David.
Yeah.
And Vache
It just
again,
doesn't
but
matter. It's already a 6
Yeah.
million point lead for 14 UTC, and they have Sigi and Sheena Noriko both on almost 600 combo, and RAMSING has no way to even come close to matching that.
One of those players is single-handedly matching the entire other team's combo, and now it's just Hemka again.
Yeah,
to save the day.
Hemka's gone
But
too.
It's not gonna happen.
Hemka's gone also. This is already.
Halfway.
You could probably stop playing the map right now, and we're only halfway through.
Oh, we don't have to. Sigi will just miss for us.
I don't know who opted to turn on no fail, but there was a point in that intro where 3 of 14 UTC's players were in
Yeah.
the failing group. So that's a testament to how hard this map is.
Yeah,
I think-
this type of map is basically the reason that no fail is like a thing.
Yeah, it's just intable.
Alt hidden is like with these kind of patterns. I mean, it's just GG.
It's just like these wide spacing, like flow aim type patterns. It's even though it's not necessarily a really hard pattern, there is such a high chance of just misaiming one note, and then you fail if you miss one note on a big flow aim part. So
because you miss the
even though you
entire
can
rest
play
of
it.
the pattern. It's like Nomad
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, big time basically. At least Nomad 2's got some breaks. This is just like, oh nope, you missed one. Here's another one. But Sigi's holding through now. David had a combo for a little bit there. Sheena's still in that #1 spot. I think I did mention that I thought Sheena would be a very solid player on this, but Sigi alt is taking effect right now.
Yeah, this was always gonna be the Sheena and Sigi show, and well, guess what, guys?
Yeah. Sheena hidden and Sigi alt, just
Wow, Sigi hit that whole thing.
gamer.
All right. He's actually, I think, if he holds for a while here, could technically speaking have another 1v4 on his hands. I mean, he's 3 million points behind currently, but he also has
And it's
620
enough time.
combo, and nobody on the other
Oh
team
my
has more
God,
than 190.
Sigi.
What the fuck, Sigi?
What?
You don't hit that.
What?
You don't hit that.
Wow. That's a very cool. This is, you know what I actually really want to watch out for? I want to watch out for tomorrow, the Pro 365 on this map. Mario's kind of an alt beast as well.
Mario's good
So
at
I
a lot
want to
of
see
things.
how Mario does on this map because he is an alt gamer. And this map seems to favor the alt players over the hidden players. I don't know, actually, Sheena's making a comeback here.
You have to kind of
the
be able
top
to do
score.
both. Wow, they're going to be close between Sheena and Sigi, actually.
This is a taquito
Sheena
map, to be
holds...
fair.
Oh, well, everything's a taquito map. If he keeps
Oh,
playing...
Sheena!
Wait, is he going to...
Is Sheena gonna score over Sigi?
No, it was like 100k short, but that was
Wait.
a sick ending combo.
No, did he?
Unless the MP link is different than in game, I guess.
Oh, no, it's so close. Yeah, 150k.
For what it's worth, Adonis had the second best act in the lobby.
Oh, Adonis gamer.
Yeah. Too bad it's a combo map, not an act map.
Yeah, shout out,
'Cause,
shout
like-
out to Sheena Noriko with 1100. with
Shoutouts to
15.
Sigi with 15 misses, by the way. Next best was 29.
Yup.
That's pretty. And he was 5 combo away, man. Wait. Sheena, Sigi accuracy, by the way. Sigi accuracy, by the way.
Stop.
It has been spotted.
Stop. Don't do it.
I'm so sorry.
Stop. Sigi, help.
Sigi's like, nope, I didn't get that accuracy. What are you talking about?
Sigi, please. I'm getting paid.
Sigi hit one more 100 secretly.
Going dark. Goodbye.
Going dark on Twitter.
He's blacking out.
Oh, what is chat right now?
Thank you, JTB, coming in with the
JTB.
All right, well, that's 5-1, 14 UTC.
Hippo Cup when T1G mentions the number.
Osu players when anyone mentions the number. Let's be real here.
Oh my.
Let's say it like it is.
You feel bad for like the poor randoms on Twitter when it's somebody completely unrelated to Osu, but one Osu player comes upon a tweet that mentions it, and Osu Twitter just piles the fuck on.
Oh my god.
That Canada one with like the number of days then since whatever had happened, and then fucking Kali or whatever comes in, or was it? Yeah.
I have to join the chat. Copy spam. I have to join it. It must be done. It has to be. Oh, I cannot believe we just did that.
I hate it here. I hate it here.
I love it here. Osu Live is almost at the number of viewers as well, actually.
Oh my god.
They're pretty close. They're almost at 700, which means it's time. I'm gonna screenshot it, send it in the World Cup server, and then get banned for all future iterations.
Goodbye. You are no longer commentating the World Cup.
Goodbye.
See ya.
Goodbye.
Don't care, I have my dopamine.
Yes, the dopamine rush of seeing the number in the wild is like actually just insane.
Funny enough, Vice did this documentary on like North Korea and like inside the country and everything. And there was this scene where they had a tourist bus and they were buying all these souvenirs, and someone lifted up a box and held it up to the camera, and it had 727 on it. And I just paused the video. It was just like fever dream moment. Mazarin is streaming. I'm gonna go spam it in his chat. What is this stream name?
So we're getting none modification to 4th, which is Bimani Sound Team Nekomata Gekidan After Image Datom Decaying Foliage.
Bless you.
This is actually such a bop though. Like Nekomata Master just does not miss.
Nekomata Master featured artist would be the peak of featured artists.
I'm surprised. There's no way they haven't like tried to make that happen, right? Like everyone in the community loves Nekomata Master. I have to think that that's been like a discussed potential feature artist.
Yeah, I think Nekomata Master would be like legendary level 10 featured artist.
I'm trying to think who else would be like similarly hype within that community. Like Bimani and related artists.
I'm trying to think.
Well,
unrelated to Vivani, but I'm still holding out for Igor featured artist.
Oh, truth.
That'd be pretty sick, actually.
What about like infected mushroom?
I
don't know if that'll happen.
Welcome to the zone, the redacted zone.
The redacted zone. I don't know. I know infected mushroom would never happen because they're a Monster Cat artist, but
I mean, Monster Cat is like all about cool licensing stuff, right? Like they're super like wide. They like make their music available for use and stuff.
Yeah, basically, but they're like, you know what I mean? They're being featured on here is different because I think featured artists release exclusive songs.
Yo, Adonis combo? Adonis combo? He held through that section where everybody broke and now has enough combo to make this like somewhat interesting. Nope, not anymore.
Yeah. Oh, close.
I mean,
yo,
comboing.
You know who we need?
Yeah.
Oh wait, he wasn't on my screen. Okay, he had a Bancho Miss on my screen then. You know what featured artist we need, you guys? You know what FA we really need?
DJ Sharpnel.
Dragon Force.
Dragon Force. Stop. Stop it. My dreams. We need Dragon Force. We need Diao Yazong.
Diao Yazong would be dope actually. Mirai Pop featured artist. Holy shit.
Yeah.
So does anybody have a combo at all? Temkana and David, I guess, are like matching.
ZTS featured artist.
Dada is actually just like
Dada's like
foaming at the mouth.
Yeah. Well,
Good job, you
David
14
Denner.
UTC. They did a thing.
David Moment.
David
Jeez.
Moment?
He left the field with Ack though. That's worth noting.
True. Sigi's an ACK player.
Yeah, Sigizak is really, really good.
S rank on David.
Wait.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nikolada
Four B ranks on
Master.
Ramsing, and David just pulls out the S rank. That's Osu.
Big slider map moment. Because I know that's not an FC, unfortunately, but
Still worth
very cool.
complimenting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still a cool play. Still best score in the lobby by a couple million points. So.
Yeah. Well done, Gynophobia. Minus.
God, that name just is so cringe. I'm sorry. And now it's match point. 14 UTZ could have had a speed run here if they hadn't dropped that last pick to Temka not carrying, or well, 2 picks ago.
Yeah. Well, reverse sweep time.
Place your bets.
Place your bets now.
bet.
I really
Will
wish
Ramsing take the break point.
I really wish Twitch polls weren't limited to affiliates and partners. I hate that that's a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, ouch.
Oh, we get more DT from the Speed Abuse team.
Ah, yes.
Double time number 5. That is right. The 5th double time, because we decided 4 double time maps was not enough.
It never is.
So we get Nujai Henmung by Jay Cho. Mapped by YFBMP. I don't know.
My favorite.
What more needs to be said? This is the int DT slot for anybody who is curious. This
Yeah,
DT slot
yeah.
on the map pooling sheet is literally just labeled int for DT5. I don't think that's really a leak of any sort because everybody
really.
can see the maps. And
Yeah. It's close to a leak. This is like the most sleeper cat jam song ever. I feel like. It's a good song. There's nothing wrong with it. It's pretty good. It's just like if you're comparing it to maybe its equivalent, which was like round of 32, like Love Trade or something, like DT4, or even like group stage. Nah, probably just round of 32 Love Trade.
I like this more than Love Trade, and you can fight me on that.
Leftovers does not
All
like
right,
this
I'm
more
coming.
than Love
I'm
Trade.
coming to Texas to fight Wowie,
Oh man.
which is a very appropriate scene to fight over this particular song because it kind of has that like
Yeah,
country
the-
feel
yeah.
to it.
This is pub fight
Oh.
music right here.
Fine, it is okay.
Chinese pub fight music.
Chinese pub fight? I don't know.
What would a Chinese pub fight look like?
Probably much like a pub fight anywhere else, I suppose. But
I don't know what a
with more
pub fight
mentions of
looks
our
like,
glorious leader.
Well, I don't know. Like a pub fight in America involves guns.
Yee-hoo!
but not
They actually say
anywhere else.
"yee-hoo" in the song.
They
Holy
actually
shit.
do. Is this a Cowboy Bebop song, or am I just like?
I don't know what this is from, to be honest with you, but it's.
Isn't
Oh,
that
the fiddle!
background-
The
isn't that
fiddle!
background is not Cowboy Bebop.
Listen.
It's a good song. Everyone watch Sigi full combo the ending.
This is the bop, dude. Like, you just kind of.
Sigi.
Well,
So
good
you were
job.
the only one, unfortunately, you see that didn't hit the super hard pattern at the end, which is kind
You know,
of crazy.
It's
Good
fine.
job,
They have David.
14 UTC. Good job, 14 UTC. 7-1.
Good job, 14.
Making it look easy.
Making it look easy, getting it done, putting the work in.
And they are our first entrants into the winner's bracket final. Holy cow, you guys. Holy cow.
Wow, I cannot believe the underdog team, 14 UTC, 76 seeded team, barely made it through group stages, made it to the winners finals.